One of the biggest concerns we have in this nation right now is inflation. People are absolutely terrified and worried for their future. Vaughan, what do you got to say about this?
Oh, Maxi. You know what? There's a bunch of usual suspects and smarmy old hacks out there claiming inflation is a problem created by Finance Minister Grant Robertson and Reserve Bank Governor Aotearoa. Now, those claims are no more than advertising one's ignorance, as well as being a little economical with the truth. Now, hear me out, Max. Here, hear me out. If we back up to mid 2020 and the darkest days of the pandemic, most countries knew that the weapon of choice to navigate through the global pandemic was quantitative easing, or as Joe Public knows it, the printing of money printing. Look, New Zealand was not alone when we did this, and we did it in the full knowledge that a knock-on effect was going to be rising inflation. So let's face it, Max, when you're amid a global pandemic and people are dropping dead left, right, and centre around you, rising inflation is merely a high-class problem. So, Max, before you call me out here, because I know you're fizzing at the bung to do so, and accuse me of being a paid fanboy of Grant Robertson and Aotearoa, I'll add just two very quick comments to inject balance to my belief. Comment number one, the government did 100% the right thing, printing money, which causes inflation to rise. Comment number two, the government overindulged, it gorged, it binged, it was gluttony. It drank about 20 billion too much from the silver money printing chalice. And all we have to show for it now is an impending, nasty economic hangover. In short, Max, the government kept its foot on the money printing accelerator for too long. It should have hit the brakes about a year ago. And we all know what happens when you slam on the brakes too late and too hard. You go into a slide, a tailspin, and come to an abrupt halt, and that's ugly. So it is the slide, tailspin, and abrupt halt that will see this government tossed out in 2023. Over the next 12 months, very little will look good, and people are going to struggle. People who are voters, and let's face it, Max, very few governments get re-elected when the voters are unhappy. That is about as straight as I can call it, bro. How say you?
Well, you know what, Vaughan? I see it. Look, students know this. There's two things that come from to create inflation. That's excessive demand and it's a constrained supply chain. And look, this government's doing nothing, absolutely nothing to actually resolve those two issues. You know, we're not going to fix the inflation with kindness. We're not going to. But this government is not actually able to actually dampen down demand and actually unclog supply chains. I mean, we need a government that will look at it and do it properly. I mean, our Prime Minister's solution to all this was, hey, let's get together and give you a little bit extra money for childcare. Well, that's not going to fix inflation, Vaughan. We need our productivity levels picked up. We need this nation really, really working hard and getting some profit back into it. So I think we're in a lot of trouble with this government.
So, Max, are you kind of saying that the government is behaving more like a stunned possum in the headlights now?
I don't think they know what they're doing. I think Grant Robertson is out of his depth and he doesn't know what he's doing. And same as the Reserve Bank. We really, really have got to slow down on demand and also free up the supply chains. And that would take some legislation. We've got actually no workers in this country. That takes legislation. We need to fix those problems to get inflation down.
Yeah, and Max, you know, while all of our viewers always agree with what I say, it will be interesting to hear their comments on what we have said.
They agree with you?